Good morning. Today I want to talk about what I think is a serious problem in the potato industry in Australia, or more particularly the seed potato industry. It's a problem that I've encountered for years now without any sort of success. Basically, the seed potato industry is controlled by a single organisation, a single private organisation with no oversight, although from what I've read the government tried to force oversight on them many years ago, but after lobbying the government backed down. But anyway, so basically having a monopoly on the seed potato industry, not letting outsiders in, although that's not on paper, to all practical purposes, outsiders like myself, small breeders, have no access to the certified potato program, which means that we can't send our tubers to be grown over the state borders. It's a big worry to me because this organisation called Auspicker that has all this control, they don't let outsiders like me in. It's really by having a monopoly on this part of the industry, it stops innovation. But more importantly than that is they don't seem to have any interest in people like me, and I know there are other small breeders popping up too around New South Wales and Victoria. Look, of course, I'm a nobody to them. At the moment, I'm just a backyard breeder because since I lost my farm, but even when I had my farm, they weren't interested in any sort of communication with me. They refused to respond to emails, to phone calls, messages through LinkedIn, through their website. They just won't reply unless they're being threatened by something. For instance, I got an email to order me to change some wording on my website where I was telling people why I couldn't send them tubers over the border. And when I sent them an email to tell them that this video was coming out, I got an email back with a very terse, short, call me. Well, of course I emailed them back saying that I was uncomfortable calling him because with such a reply it seemed like he might try to intimidate me, so I'd rather communicate by email. And I didn't get a reply to that, so I think I was right there. But the problem with this, with them not wanting to acknowledge people like me, is it means that we can do. They're not keeping an eye on people like us who might accidentally spread diseases, which I think is a really serious issue. They show no. Excuse me if I'm rambling, I don't have a script. But they show no professional curiosity, which is really unusual because every industry that I've worked in, it's been really important to know what everyone else in the industry is doing to keep up with trends and new technologies. But in this case, all I've wanted over the years is some sort of oversight from them, so that if I do get a disease in my potatoes, I have people to talk about it, to help identify it, so it doesn't get into the industry. And I think that's really important. It doesn't do them any harm to acknowledge that I exist. Up until now it's just been a case of, I think, where they think that if they ignore me for long enough I'll go away. But I'm not going away. even somebody as small as me is important, because I send my tubers all over Victoria. Even I know that at least one of their employees grows my varieties. I know I'm not being particularly good at speaking about this. I'm not good at speaking at all, and this is an uncomfortable subject for me. But over the years, I haven't rocked the boat. I haven't said anything because I was always hoping for some sort of relationship in the future, but I know now that that's just not going to happen. They're never going to, the way they're going, they're never going to acknowledge me or the other small breeders that are popping up. And I think that's a real problem. There has to be some sort of way to allow people like me to be able to have my potatoes tested for disease, and when clear, be able to send them over borders, even if they're not certified, because people being people are going to get what they want. My varieties are going to eventually trickle over to other states. Border controls just don't stop that. And I don't mind if there's restrictions on how I grow my potatoes to make sure that they stay disease-free. I'm quite happy to have, say, a restriction like the nursery industry, where all plants that are sent over state borders have to be grown in non-soil mixes. I'm quite happy to grow my potatoes in pots in commercial potting mixes, which are free from any potato diseases. I'm happy to work with them, but they just won't work with me. There has to be some sort of system that will allow for both of us to work together. As far as disease is concerned, when I was on the farm, I did once get them out to test my soil for potato diseases. I paid for it, everything was fine, but then they realised that I wasn't a commercial grower. I wasn't a grower part of their system. And so the next year, when I asked to get my soil tested again, nothing. Never returned my calls. Oh yes, yeah, we'll get back to you when we've got our tester out there and we'll make an appointment. And a week later I'll call again or email and, yeah, sorry, we don't have any record of your call. We'll make an appointment and get somebody out there. And they never ever did. It's just a really bad system as it is. I know that my potatoes are disease-free, and I'm happy to have them tested. I tried to get them tested independently, but the testing facility said, no, you've got to go through Auspica for that. Everywhere I go, I get told, oh, you've got to go through Auspica. I've tried complaining to the agricultural ministers, the Liberal one when they were in, the Labor one. Just don't get any answers back, get no replies to my email. Going to social media is my last resort. I have to let people know that this is a situation that's dangerous for the country, it's dangerous for the potato industry, and it doesn't allow for innovation. I breed potatoes that are specially suited to and have traits for home growers and small market gardeners. Auspica don't, but they're more interested in industrial potatoes that don't have the traits that small growers want. I get regular calls and emails from market gardeners wanting specific traits in potatoes that I can supply if I could send my potatoes over there. I've had emails from vegetable distributors in Melbourne wanting my varieties, because I grow a lot of novelty types and different flavours and colours and stuff like that. They want them in bulk. But even if I had the room to grow out enough seed potatoes to grow, I can't get a commercial grower to put a crop in. They're not going to want to contaminate their land with potatoes that aren't certified, that may, for all they know, contain diseases. I'm just stuck. And as time goes by and more small breeders come into the same problems, it's just, people are going to start doing the wrong thing, and diseases might spread without any oversight of us. All I'm asking is a bit of acknowledgement and help and oversight. And so I want to just make the public aware of this problem, and really why I can't supply potatoes to those people who need them, who need the traits that I can give them. Okay, so that, I'll leave you to it, and look, please share this video, share the information. We need to fix this problem. I know it's only a small problem, but it could get bigger. And honestly, innovation is really important in any industry, and this just stifles it. So thank you, and please discuss this problem with people. Hey, write to the Agriculture Minister, tell them that it is a problem, tell them that you want potatoes, new varieties to plant in your garden, new traits like ones that will produce crops in hot temperatures over the summer months and things like that. The word really does need to get out. Okay, well, thank you for listening to me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.